This is why we shouldn't mess with global warming, because we would definitely end up inadvertently freezing the entire world. And nobody wants that. Snowpiercer, directed by Jun-Ho Bong. I'm so sorry. And stars Chris Evans, Jamie Bell, Tilda Swinton, Octavia Spencer, and John Hurt. So the Earth has experienced a snowpocalypse because we tried to stop global warming and we accidentally freeze the entire world. So the survivors, aka the last of human civilization, all aboard this train that's basically 10 cars or so long and just travels around the world for about 20-ish years. And it's a class system, so the tail end of the train has all the poor people, and it goes up to the front of the train, which has all the wealthy people. So of course the people at the back of the train aren't too happy with this, and so after about 17-ish years or so, they finally decide to rebel and try to get to the front of the train. And this rebellion is led by Chris Evans. Yep. The train was created by a man called Wilford, who is a mysterious figure who is the head of this class system and is basically a big brother figure of this human society. The concept of the film is really interesting and is executed super well. It gets right into it pretty much in the beginning, but it feeds you information pretty gradually, so it doesn't feel like you're getting a buttload of exposition thrown in your face. And the action scenes are awesome. They're choreographed amazingly, shot to perfection, and you're just on the edge of your seat the entire time, and also just like really into it. And I mean, it was great. And you can tell the film is really aware of itself, because even though it gets dark and intense, there's some really clever dark humor in there, and that just, it's nice, but also adds to it, because even though you're laughing, you're just like, oh man, I feel bad for these guys, but that was amusing. It's basically a satire of the classist system, a very dark satire, but one that makes you think a lot, and that it's like a lot. When they start to get to the front of the train, you start seeing some of the really wealthy people, and it's like a really twisted version of Pan Am from the Hunger Games, like an even more twisted version. It's really freaky. I will say, Snowpiercer is definitely one of those movies that is more than a movie. It's an experience. It takes a lot out of you, but it also gives a lot back. It's deep, it's dark, it's funny, it's action-packed. It kind of gives you all this stuff and you're kind of surprised that it's all in one movie, but the way it's done, it's just done really well, so it's not jarring and it never takes you really out of it. You're into it the entire time. In terms of an action flick, it's amazing, but obviously it's a lot more than an action flick, which makes it an even greater film. It's the first film that I've seen in a while that fully entertained me while also presenting me with tense scenarios that shocked me and also made me think a lot. So for that, I'm going to give Snowpiercer the Sarah stamp of approval. That's the first movie I've given that to, and it totally deserves it because it was good. And if you guys have seen it, what did you think of it? And if you haven't, I highly recommend it. Good action flick, much better than certain action flicks that are out right now. Transformers. It's truly quite a unique movie, so I can't really think of comparing it to something else, but if it reminds you of another movie or a callback to another movie, well, you know, just share your thoughts. That's it for me. Hope you're having a fantastic day, and I will see you soon. Toodles!